Well, if everything falls into place, then the name of the new Karnataka chief minister would be announced soon, maybe tonight or tomorrow. And more or less, it's a foregone conclusion going by media reports that ex CM Siddaramaiah would be back in the saddle, and he would lead the state, in the first half as per a seat sharing formula. In fact, his closest rival DK Shivakumar initially was against this seat sharing formula, but later on he agreed to it. But with riders, he wanted to start off, but it is ultimately left to the Congress High Command as to whom they are going to sort of close in, as clear as that. But this drama that has unfolded over the last 3 4 days, I don't think it will stand the party in good stead, because it's been given a resounding mandate by the people of Karnataka. They have rejected the BJP, and now it is left to the Congress party to actually deliver on the promises it has made. But if there is a lack of unanimity, if there is a lack of, I would say, unity between the two topmost leaders of the party, then obviously it will taint the image of the grand old party in the longer run. And people at this point of time obviously would be looking for developments. But if there are differences and if they are not on the same book all the time, then governance will be affected. And if you look at the larger picture, the Congress High Command hasn't been able to sort out differences between biggies in various states. If you look at Rajasthan, the ongoing battle of one-upmanship between the Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot and his Betanova Sachin Pilot is not doing any good to the image of the party. And Sachin Pilot is actually hell bent on forcing Gehlot to take steps against allegations of corruption that were heaped on the previous BJP government. And he's even kind of reading between the lines, smelling a rat, saying that Gehlot is a bit soft on BJP. Read Vasundhara Raja, former chief minister. So, these inconsistencies, these indiscrepancies would definitely, hamper the prospects of the party in the longer run, because if you look at the current scenario, we are at a very crucial juncture. The Loksabha polls are scheduled to be held next year, and there are talks of opposition unity. There are talks of setting up an opposition front against the BJP, and the Congress, to start off, does have an edge with numbers. But if there are inconsistencies and if the party is not actually united on priorities, that will definitely not sort of show it in a good light. And prime minister aspirants like Nitish Kumar or Mamata Banerjee will definitely tap this anomaly, and will try to sort of portray a different picture before the people, saying that no, we can't trust the Congress because they themselves are not united. So that would definitely, boomerang. I think the success of the Bharat Jodo Yatra has enhanced Congress's image, but such discrepancies, to reiterate, would not do well, would not augur well for the party as a whole, because if the Congress party is determined to usurp the BJP from power at the center, it has to show a lot of sincerity, and not just in terms of delivering on its promises, but it has to show that there are no fissures within the party, there are no fissures within the rank and file of the party. That's very important. And coming back to Karnataka, I think governance to a large extent would be affected, because whosoever becomes the CM in the first half, or if it's not the seat sharing formula, if it's a longer process, that remains to be seen. We have to wait and watch as to how things sort of unfold. But we've seen in the past that whenever there have been a bit too many aspirants for a plum post, governance, functioning of the dispensation has definitely been hampered. When VP Singh took over, as a prime minister, Chandrasekhar, who also dreamt of sitting on that chair, was not very happy. He was left sulking, and he was very critical of the government, and he was quite sort of adamant and he was quite open about that. And finally, he walked out, he joined hands with Rajiv Gandhi, and VP Singh's government was ousted. And then we've seen in the case of the UPA government, when Narasimha Rao took over as a prime minister, Sharad Pawar was also in contention. But somewhere down the line, Sharad Pawar was not a very happy man, and he was kind of left in the lurch. That's what his supporters said, and he was constantly, despite being given, a very a very important portfolio like the defense. He was constantly, sulking. He was constantly venting his ire in the media. So, I mean, the fact that Pawar and Narasimha Rao didn't see eye to eye on several issues was quite evident. So I think unanimity is the need of the hour, and I go back to the people's verdict. I mean, they have sort of pushed the BJP out and entrusted the responsibility of the state with the Congress party. So it's high time that whatever differences, whatever I would say fissures are there within the party, if there's any consternation, that need to be sorted out at the earliest, so that progress is not affected. Karnataka is a very important state, and there are some very crucial assembly elections coming up this year. So everyone will be keeping a watch. So let's see how things unfold, but hopefully, democracy will hold its head high, and there will be no major impediment in the path of democracy to kind of prosper and progress. Thank you so much.